Hello, my name is Maja Šerić. I'm a full professor at the Department of Marketing from the University of Valencia. And I'm going to present a communication entitled Generative Artificial Intelligence in Higher Education, exploring its relationship with student attention and motivation. As we are all highly aware, the use of Gen AI has received an increased interest among scholars and academics. It has been increasingly promoted in higher education institutions as a part of the broader digital transformation of the education systems. In the context of sustainable and innovative learning environments, Gen AI is frequently presented as a tool that is capable to enhance both teaching practices and student learning experiences. Still, despite its growing adoption, the empirical evidence regarding the usefulness and the effectiveness of the use of Gen AI in classrooms is still not very well confirmed. Actually, the findings are still inconclusive and in some cases even contradictory. So while some studies highlights its potential to improve students' academic performance, others suggest that its effects on student outcomes are not significant or even negative. Thereby, these mixed findings indicate the need for future research to corroborate from the empirical perspective how Gen AI is actually used in university classrooms and how students perceive its impact. Thereby, the purpose of this study is to contribute to the ongoing discussion on responsible and sustainable integration of Gen AI in higher education institutions by studying its effectiveness among students, and in particular, it seeks to examine whether the teachers' use of Gen AI in classrooms is related with the increase of students' attention and motivation during class. To address this research objective, I conducted an empirical study among students of Spanish Public University. This study was conducted last year at the beginning of 2025. A structure measurement instrument was first created to assess the main variables under investigation. And data were collected through an online survey reaching more than 300 students initially. And after cleaning the database, the total of 301 valid response was obtained. Therefore, the final sample size was composed of 301 university students. The data were analyzed using SPSS software and were subject to normality tests, descriptive statistic tests, and correlation analysis. What did the results show? Well, the results suggest relatively low levels of students' perceptions of teachers' use of Gen AI in the classroom and medium levels of both student attention and motivation. Correlation analysis further suggests insignificant relationships between professors' use of Gen AI on the one hand and increase in student motivation and attention on the other. This means that Gen AI does not significantly trigger university students' attention nor motivation levels, which are both critical for a successful learning experience and students' academic performance. Thereby, the results of this study have important implications for university professors and relevant policymakers, which should consider carefully whether Gen AI and to what extent and how should be introduced in university classrooms. Thank you very much for your attention.